2019 Nissan Versa Note SV. As you can see, this one is finished off in a red exterior. Stepping inside, has black cloth interior with brushed aluminum trim accenting. You can also see the white piping on the seats. Let's go ahead and start this one up. Starts up perfect. And this one has a 3-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel. And this particular one has a 4-speed automatic transmission, low gear selection. And when you put it in reverse, you get a backup camera. That's standard for 2019. And you have your volume and channel controls right here, and your cruise control. Let's go ahead and cut on the headlights and the hazards. Headlights are right here. And the hazards. Has an automatic driver's side window. Let's go and check out the exterior, shall we? For the subcompact range, this vehicle is not very small, but not very large. And in the trunk area, you can see your Versa badges. Once again, not a very large trunk, but it does the job if you don't have very many things. And of course the cloth interior continuing to the back seat. And once again, not a very large back seat, but it does the job. Into the passenger seat. And quite a cool feature on this Versa is it has dual glove boxes, one at the top and one at the bottom, for extra added storage. This is also a really cool feature that is available on the Dodge Grand Caravan as well as the Chrysler Town & Country. Stepping back outside of the vehicle, go ahead and close the door, of course. You can see a shot of your 16-inch steel wheels with alloy-style hubcaps. Along to the front, your chrome grille. Let's go ahead and step back in. Let's go ahead and turn off the headlights and the hazards, but before we shut everything down, let's see how this particular car sounds. Let's roll up the window and shut down the engine. And this is going to conclude our review of this 2019 Nissan Versa Note SV. This vehicle is in the subcompact car range. It is a 4-door hatchback with seating up to 5. However, I would not try and fit 5 people, at least 5 adults in this car, because the back seat is very slim and very narrow, making it pretty tight back there for even 2 large adults. This vehicle comes equipped with an integrated smart key access system. It's not keyless entry almost, where you just walk up to the door and it unlocks for you. You do have to use the key, but it's probably one of the oldest vehicles to be using a key in 2019. Also, it has a infotainment system with a backup camera, standard in 2019, as well as it has a cloth interior and a somewhat large trunk space. It has steel wheels with alloy-style hubcaps, and the Nissan Versa Note has a 1.6-liter 16-valve engine, putting out 106 horsepower and 107 pound-feet of torque. It doesn't sound like much, and however, it is a little bit for this little car, because this is more of a city car. You don't need very much horsepower when you're sitting in traffic in this thing. It does have air conditioning and heat as well. No heated seats in this model. It's the one trim level away from the base model. There's also an SR with some upgraded body panels, and I believe it has leather interior, and you get a couple more extra options like a sunroof and navigation and stuff like that. But in a city car, you really don't need that. You're trying to get from point A to point B, and I'm sure the SR also has push-button start. This one has a traditional key fob. This vehicle, once again, is a subcompact range. You don't need to have all the bells and whistles on this car. This is a point A to point B vehicle. This is a good rental car. This is a good company car. This car is about as traditional as it can get. And for trim levels and pricing on the 2019 Nissan Versa Note, the base model, the S model, as it is also known as, is $15,650 to start at. This does not get you much. This gives you hubcaps and cloth interior, no bells and whistles. This is the standard base model rental car you'd probably see. And the SV, also known as the one we tested today, is $16,550. This gets you a little bit more features. Nothing special once again. This is the mid-level trim range. And last but not least, the Nissan Versa Note SR. This one is starting at $18,360. This gets you different wheels. I believe these are 18-inch. And you get a couple more bells and whistles, maybe a sunroof, keyless entry. Once again, this is the push-button start keyless entry package. You get leather interior and a couple more extra body panels that are upgraded and look a little bit more sporty. And of course, this would be the model that you would choose if you wanted to have different wheels and maybe a couple more bells and whistles. This is not your typical base model. And the MPG you're most likely going to be getting around for the 2019 Nissan Versa Note is approximately 31 city and 39 highway. Once again, this is not wonderful. This is not terrible. This is about mediocre to average. And just remember, when you're looking for a new vehicle, make sure you know what you're shopping for. For example, this is a subcompact hatchback. It's a four-door vehicle with a trunk space that's pretty large and seating for 5 people. So next time you're looking for something, you want to make sure you know the class of vehicle and what type of trim level you would like. Do you want a base model with cloth interior, or do you want something nice with leather interior and a sunroof? You make sure you know that next time you want to go shopping for a new vehicle or a new company car or something like that. And if you're looking for a rental car, make sure that you check out the particular one you want and make sure you know what you want and make sure you're somewhat informed so that you don't ever try and get ripped off. Once again, do not ever go to a dealership thinking that you're going to get something that they don't have. What I mean, this is a Nissan Versa. This is one of the cheapest vehicles sold in America today. I think it might actually be the cheapest vehicle sold in America today. So don't be walking into a dealership saying, hey, I want a Nissan Versa with this, and this. Sure, they might have one of those 17 million things that you want on this car, but they're not going to have every single Mercedes type of feature that you want on this car. So make sure that you know and you're informed about what type of vehicle you want and the options that car has. And one really helpful thing in today's technology in 2019 is that I'm pretty sure every single car maker that sells new and used vehicles, you can pretty much build and price to make your desired model car that you want. For example, if you want something that has heated seats, a sunroof, navigation, you can price that out on Nissan's website, for example. So you want to make sure that you know how to do that so that when you go into that dealership, you know exactly what you're looking for. And a quick disclosure about this video. This is meant to be a review of the Nissan. I'm not scoring it down because it's a Nissan. I'm not scoring it up because it's a hatchback. So just remember, I am basing on what I see in this car. For example, I see it's a red car. It's got cloth interior, it's got hubcaps, so pretty much making it a base model cheap vehicle. I'm just showing it to you guys so that you guys know what to look for when you're purchasing a car in this era, or maybe if you just want to see the video and learn a little bit more about the Nissan Versa Note. And that is going to wrap up the review of the 2019 Nissan Versa Note SV. I hope this video was helpful and somewhat informative about the 2019 Versa. This does not apply to the regular Versa sedan, just so you guys know. I try to cover some pricing and some key details you may be looking at if you were to be looking at a vehicle in this price range, this size, and maybe this type of class. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and make sure you comment down below what you thought of the video. Thanks for watching.